to the live stream, my second live stream for today. So I'm planning on this being real quick and to the point. So you all come in and welcome to my channel. If you are new, right, I'm known in the credit world as the queen of credit and in the investing world as the queen of crypto. So let me notify some of my other platforms that I am live streaming as you all come in. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button so that others will be notified that I am live as well. And the first 5 minutes, right, if you get in the first 5 minutes, just come in and say hello, right? Come in and say hello and or just drop your city and or state. And at the same time, hit that thumbs up, right? Hit that thumbs up as we have people coming in. Hello, Jerome. Jerome says, got him, queen. Um, Thank you for the heart, the green heart emoji. And let me highlight these names as I get everything set up. Got him, queen. What did you get, Jerome? And Tarby, is it McHenry? Thank you for the hearts. And if you're on Facebook, right, whether you're on Facebook, share to your personal, if you're tuning in on the live stream on Facebook, share this on your personal page as well. If you're tuning in on YouTube, like and share as well to your YouTube page and profile and Facebook. Again, Twitter. Let me put the goggles on. Said the goggles, the glasses on because it's been a long day. So my eyes are a little tired and fatigued from doing all the reading. Hello, Miss TM. Hello to you. Queen as well. Hello to you. Good evening, Natural Girl. For those who are coming in, let me know how the sound is. If everything is sounding good. If you can hear me well, and if you can see me well as I get ready to switch my screens. I probably won't do exactly 5 minutes of fame, dropping your city and or state or just simply saying hello. Because again, this is my second live stream. My voice is a little fatigued, but I was reading some things and I wanted to share it with you all about where we are headed in this economy. So let me adjust my mic the best that I can. And so let me share that with you all as we have about 3 more minutes and adjust this camera at the same time. All right. Okay. So I think, well, the camera still looks a little crooked. So good evening, everyone. Let's get right into this, right? People that did not come in the first 5 minutes of fame, hopefully they'll come in when you all like and share. I just finished watching the NBA game myself. What a great game between Atlanta and Philadelphia, right? And so some people maybe just listen to you, got me in a position to win. Thank you so much, Jerome. I do need to share some things, I think, too, as well, with you all about the law of, give me 1 second, the law of the tenfold return, right? If I have time, I'll share that. It's just something I was reading about the law of tenfold return. A lot of people may want to know, why do I block people out of my live stream? Not because they have a difference of opinion with me, but because I believe on operating in harmony and synchronism, right? And in syncrecy and in agreement. And so there are some people who has also given to me outside of the channel as a law of agreement and alignment and giving and receiving. That is a law of the universe. I just want to tell people, from those that you receive from, you're supposed to give, right? There is no such thing as a free lunch in life. Because if you don't give, right, that breaks against the universal law if you're just receiving. So I'm glad to hear that you are in position of to win, Jerome. And and this is not to discourage anyone, I was actually listening to another YouTube channel. It was Yusef, actually. And he brought out the law of the seed. I'll share that book with you. I have it on PDF. And he brought out the law of giving and receiving, right? the law of the tenfold return and how it works. So I just scanned over this book right before I went live and just want to share some things, right, about having an infinite mindset and the law of giving and receiving and the tenfold return. But let's get into cryptocurrency again. Give, right, to the channel and share. That's what you can do for free. Share this video and hit the thumbs up button. So first I'm going to share that Russia has got out of the US dollar, right? Well, rather it's rainy day fund to get out of the US dollar, right? So Russia's rainy day fund or its savings account has gotten out of the US dollar. So it said it would ditch, and I'm going to highlight this so you all can see it, all US dollar assets in its national wealth fund. Wow. And increase holdings in euros, Chinese, the digital yuan with Chinese yuan and gold. You know, I come before you all always advocating that you have real money, which is gold and silver, physical gold and silver, not ETFs, right? So they are increasing their holdings in euros, the Chinese yuan, and gold, which analysts said was a political move ahead of the presidential Russia-US summit later this month. Now, this article was released June 3rd. So it's talking about the G7 summit that President Biden is currently at. So they wanted to go ahead and make that move ahead of this, right? And so they are gradually reducing the US dollar holding. And now they're in alliance with China. Now, I shared with you all some time back that China, right, and Russia, let me see if I can pull that article, has a gas pipeline, a gas deal that started in 2019, right? So it actually, the natural gas supply with China and their alliance with Russia. So, you know, they are really collaborating with one another, China and Russia, right? Mr. Easy came in with the 1111 super chat from Canada. Thank you so much, King, for the 1111 super chat. Sometimes I'm off the screen and I just come back on screen. So thank you so much, King, for that 1111 super chat. And for that, I'm going to give you some more wisdom about when you give, right? What you should expect and what you should do. And I want to start with the tenfold return. I was proclaiming 1,000 times more. But after I read this book, I think I need to get people just started with the tenfold return of expectation and infinite return and how to manifest that into your life, right? How to manifest that into your life. So you all stay all the way to the end. Some of you all have given, whether by super chat or cash app, right? And you need to know, you need to understand how to get that back to you. And I'm going to share that with you at the end of this live stream and a tenfold return, right? So that means you can add a zero to it and we can expect, right, 111 or $110 back and 11 cents, utilizing and practicing the tenfold return. So now you have Russia and China that has been in alliance, right? Pipeline natural gas contract supplies to China. Again, this began in 2019, and none of this ordeal or negotiation is done in US dollars, right? So technically speaking, China and Russia has pretty much dumped the US dollar already. So what does that mean? Let me get something. What does that mean? You all make sure you hit the thumbs up for the status of the dollar for the national world reserve currency. You already know that El Salvador has begun to take Bitcoin as optional payment, right? So you have the Latin American countries like Mexico, Brazil, Paraguay that are now into Bitcoin and maybe and shifting out of the US dollar, right? Shifting out of the US dollar. Now Russia is joining. So, second news for today, right? The second news for today is Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs is now offering Ether options or Ethereum options as well. So, when I say as well, Bitcoin was already offering these options, right? So now, I mean, Goldman Sachs was already offering Bitcoin, right, as options and trading. And if you look at the screen, you see Bitcoin is over the $40,000 mark, right? So great news for Bitcoin. Ethereum is at 2584, 2584. XRP is at 88 cents and Cardano at $1.56, right, at the time of this recording. So the largest investment bank relaunched its crypto trading. And again, Goldman Sachs is already into physical gold, already into Bitcoin options, and now adding Ethereum as of today. So it offers its investors options and future trading on Ethereum, right? So this was a great move for Ethereum, putting it in the ranks of Bitcoin, definitely. And it says that Goldman Sachs relaunched its cryptocurrency trading after a 3 day hiatus, I mean, a 3 year hiatus, which plans to once again support trading Bitcoin futures. So they began with Bitcoin futures in March, and now adding to that is Ethereum. So you all can see where this economy is headed, right? Definitely into cryptocurrency. Now, you can never go wrong with gold and silver, right? You can never go wrong with gold and silver, but there's definitely a shift into the crypto world. The reason why I'm not into stocks, right? Because stocks is manipulated by three sources, right? You got Wall Street, the feds, and the government, right? Wall Street's the Fed and the government. So right now, as of June 14th, right, Bitcoin is decentralized and is not controlled by any the federal government, the government, or Wall Street, right? The SEC also has ruled that they will not look into regulating cryptocurrency at least for 2021, right? At least for this year. However, you have cryptocurrency like Bitcoin and Ethereum that has already passed the regulation process and stages. And so even if the SEC came down on cryptocurrency, right? Bitcoin and Ethereum more than likely would not be affected. Anthony says, so proud of you, Queen. Anthony, I love that avatar picture, which represents the pineal gland and your spiritual eye, and the third eye, and the 6 points or six senses within your two visionary eyes. So I do love that avatar picture. And he says, so proud of you, Queen. Anthony, can you elaborate and let me know what you are proud about? I'm so glad to hear that. But thank you as well. So now let's get into this last point that I want to make. I was watching this video, and then we'll get into the law of the seed or the tenfold return. Is will the US dollar remain the world reserve currency? I was listening to this interview. Tenfold return. Oh, I guess some echo. I was listening to this interview by Michael Saylor, right? Michael Saylor, and you know Michael Saylor is has the biggest investment firm, right? Or a big investment firm, and he's came out today. Let me see if I can pull that article up. That he's investing, or his company is investing, I think, a billion more into Bitcoin. Um, $1 billion more into Bitcoin, and I'm gonna allow you all to hear. MicroStrategy he's the CEO of MicroStrategy. So let me share this as well. Thank you so much, Gigi. Thank you so much for asking everyone to hit the like button and welcome them to the channel. I do see some new people in, um, and so here you have the CEO, Michael Saylor of MicroStrategies. Um, they're buying 1 billion more of Bitcoin, adding massive holdings. They may be the largest MicroStrategy, may be the largest Bitcoin holding investing company that there is, right? At least on the surface, that's what it says he's doing. So he's pretty much has become the spokesperson, right, for Bitcoin, a part of MicroStrategy. So let's tune in, or being the CEO of MicroStrategy. So let's look at or listen to this clip to see what his opinion is on, will the US dollar remain the world reserve currency? And I was actually surprised about what his response was and how he said that it will also be a part of Bitcoin, right? It will move on Bitcoin rails. So let's listen in, chime in on this.
Do you think will happen to the US dollar in the future amid this digital economic
Give me 1 second. I don't think I shared the audio. Let me share the audio so you all can hear.
in the future amid this digital economic shift?
I think the US dollar is going to spread to 5 billion people. I think that this decade is going to see the explosion of the US dollar as the reserve currency of the world. It'll be the digital currency that'll be on every iPhone and every Android phone in every country in Africa and Asia and South America. And it'll move on Bitcoin rails. The Bitcoin Open Monetary Protocol is what allows the US dollar to spread to billions of people. In an inflationary environment, money breaks down into two forms. There's a medium of exchange, we'll call it the currency, and that'll be controlled by governments, and the US currency is going to be the most powerful one. And then you need a store of value, and that's an asset, and Bitcoin is the most powerful store of value on earth. So
do you mean this as a central bank digital currency?
Spread together. Sorry?
Do you mean the digital dollar as in a central bank digital currency, or?
I mean that the US dollar is going to spread to billions and billions of people on crypto rails. And in order for it to go to everybody in South America and Africa and Asia, it's going to need to be plugged into an open digital monetary network, and that network is Bitcoin. So oftentimes people think that these things are in conflict. They're not. What you're going to see is the US dollar and BTC, both of them spreading to billions of people, because the world needs both. They need a medium of exchange that's compatible with payment networks and it's high speed. And they need a store of value.
We see government such as former President Donald Trump saying that Bitcoin is a scam. Senator Elizabeth Warren saying, Bitcoin's too volatile. Stable coins are too dangerous. We need to create our own central bank digital currency, a digital dollar project. So how would that interact?
All of these are indicators that the entire world's beginning to realize that Bitcoin is the most powerful technology of the decade. And they're just noticing now.
But they don't want to use Bitcoin.
What?
But they don't want to use Bitcoin.
They're just noticing now. But the truth is, what they realize is that there's 8 billion people on the planet. Eventually, they'll all have a mobile device. They're all going to need a currency on the device, and they're going to need an asset on the device. As the world comes alive, they're going to realize that the only way that they can deploy digital currency to everybody on Earth is with a digital asset and an open monetary protocol, and that is Bitcoin.
So you're
So I'm going to pause right there. So Michael Saylor, the CEO of MicroStrategy, probably the largest investing Bitcoin holding company that there is at this present time, seems to think that the U.S. dollar will, let me rotate this, will operate on Bitcoin trails or blockchain technology, and that the world reserve or the new Fed coin or the CBDC coin, central bank digital currency coin, will continue to have its world reserve status. Now, I'm going to humbly disagree with that. I do believe that Bitcoin will be a global currency. I do believe that Bitcoin is needed by a lot of countries like Russia, like El Salvador, right? Like Brazil, like Mexico, Paraguay, that needs a store of assets as they get rid of or get out of the US dollar, right? So I definitely believe that. However, with that being said, each country will have its own, like China already have the digital yuan. So even the digital Fed coin will not be, in my humble opinion, on Bitcoin's blockchain. It will be on Ripple's XRP blockchain technologies, right? And each country will have its own digital currency. And as of right now, you even have China that's making the argument that they should be definitely the world reserve status when it comes to the digital yuan, or just the China, just their yuan, because they have more production, right? They are producing more. They are importing more to the United States. This was all escalated in 2018 by former President Trump, who started the trade wars with China and wanted more of America to be in production, because we're technically not producing anything, right? We are so codependent on China, and we are not exporting any products to other countries, right? And so, with that being said, and China has a larger supply of gold, right? Gold reserves, or they've been accumulating over the years and making alliances not only with Russia but with Africa to obtain those natural resources, right, or resources from Africa. um, then I don't see the Fed coin, first of all, running on Bitcoin's blockchain. Now, it could happen in this sense that I'm assuming, for whatever reason, if any country wanted to, or have an option of accepting the Fed coin or digital dollar for commerce, right, for business transactions, that they could. However, again, I don't see that happening, right? Because again, Bitcoin, as of right now, is a decentralized cryptocurrency. The US dollar is a centralized currency, meaning it has control by governments and the Fed Reserve, right? What a lot of people don't know is that the Federal Reserve was created, interception in 1913, and so was the IRS. So it has not been, around that long, right? And so, with that being said, each country will, as they are adopting more Bitcoin, getting out of the US dollars, um, when they adopt Bitcoin, there's no need to have the US dollars because they have a storing asset, right? They have a digital technology that is a store of asset for their country, which is as good as having physical gold. And the countries that has physical gold, right, has the power, because gold is sound money, it's real money. Um, it never deteriorates. It never causes inflation. There's I guess not a limited quantity, but as much as can be mined and obtained, right? And it's not created by man. right, is created by God in a supernova process from the earth. So because man can't create it or print it or transfer it electronically, they can't control it. So that's why gold and silver is real money by the Constitution and sound money, right? And so now, as more countries adopt Bitcoin, they're getting out of the US dollars, right? They are seeing, right, that the dollar is being distributed in the United States in form of stimulus and PPP loan and SBA loans, like more, now more than ever. So why would they want something that can be distributed and loses its value the more that it is given out? It's all about supply and demand, right? That's why gold and silver will always appreciate and always be used to reset the currency system. So let me look at some comments as you all have been commenting. Um, China's trying to set us up by destroying the dollar so they can control us with their currency. I don't really think it's a setup. I think China's just tired of being the producers, even the soybean, a lot of the farming, what we eat. China owns Silicon Valley, for example. All the technology, all the Apple products that we so desperately use and need, all the technology advancement of the United States. And so I don't think it's a setup. They're just tired of using our dollars for their products when they are the powerhouse and they could utilize and continue to grow China in their own country and utilize their own dollars. And when they can make alliances and collaborations with Russia and get Russia and other countries to accept the digital yuan as well for that natural gas pipeline. So I don't think they're setting up the United States. The United States have just gotten to a point where we're not producing, right, anything that other countries really need, right? For example, our farmers are going bankrupt. Bill Gates owned because the United States is a capitalistic country, meaning that it is set up where business owners can capitalize off the skills and talents of other people or monopolize off of that. They make money off of others' talents and skills. And so when you have Bill Gates, for example, that's the largest farmland owner, and he decides that he wants to make laboratory meat like Beyond Meat and not really grow food, right, and ship it or export it to other countries, then there's Houston, we have a problem, right? So it's so the United States is so top heavy with millionaires and billionaires, being that it's only a small percent of millionaires and billionaires of the United States, but they control 99.99% of what happens in the United States. So the United States have become, of a sense, of top heavy. And now you don't have people with creative entrepreneur mindsets. They have created people to be workers. And when you create people to be workers, and then now the rich and wealthy say, you know what, we can do more of, and we can get cheap labor from machines and robots and artificial intelligence. Why do we need to continue to break the backs of people? And that's where we are shifting into 2021. So now where they became rich and wealthy from the blood and sweat and labor of people, right? And train them to be employees, starting with the school system. Now they are shifting and saying, we don't need you all because now we can do more and pay less with machines, robot, and technology. So yeah, Caleb says, love how you explain things. Have you looked into baby shark token? No, I haven't, Caleb. Thank you so much for that compliment. Justin says America is just behind again. I agree. Miss TM says, my first super chat. I normally cash app you. Thank you for providing us with knowledgeable information. Millionaires are us. I think I missed that super chat. The only super chat that I'm seeing right now is from Mr. Easy, but thank you so much for that compliment, right? And they teach us not to own and lead. Um, Look like I have some spammers in here. I'm not talking about this baby shark token. So if you all are commenting it, I'm going to put you in timeout in the channel, right? This is about Ethereum and Bitcoin only, the top two cryptocurrencies that's going to be the biggest cryptocurrency that anyone could invest in, especially with Goldman Sachs adopting it, right? And you're right, Anthony, AI robots can work 24/7, right? AI robots can work 24/7. Someone says my super chat is not working. Okay, I don't know what's going on with it. And I think I have some people that's trying to spam and gave a $2. I don't endorse that. You also, if that's, but thanks for the $2 super sticker, right? But I don't endorse that, and neither am I talking about that. So, um, Bitcoin is a global store of asset, right? It's going to be a global store of asset, globally used, right? It's not right. You're correct. It's not really for transactions and everyday transactions. It's to hold and to grow in its value like gold and silver, but on the digital level. So I do agree with that, right? But that is what the real worker shortage is in AI and IT automation jobs. Yes, they will hire people in artificial intelligence and technology to build the technology and machines, right? To build the technology and machines that will replace people, right? So, with that being said, my last topic, and I said I wouldn't be long, I'm already at 30 minutes. For those who give super chat or just give to Cash App, right? They give to my Cash App. I want to share with you all about the law of the tenfold return real quick. Um, when you give, it's called seed money or reference as seed money. So I want you to know what you have the right to receive, because I do have a lot of people that give to me on this channel, and I want you to get your harvest, as many people call it, or your return back. So how it works. So I'm reading over this book, an easy way to add to your income, right? Right, an easy way to add to your income, right? So we plant seed money. This is, if you all don't know it, it's exactly what you're doing when you give your super chats, right? When you give your donations, right? When you give cash apps, right? And I know you're doing it generous out of your heart, and I love that. However, when you plant this, you have a right to receive. So, my numbers again is 1111. So when you give that seed money, it multiplies, and it multiplies by following these principles, right? This book goes on to say the truth shall make you free. The only truth that will make you free is the truth that you prove for yourself. And this is why that you all, let me just let the book talk. I won't elaborate. Let me let the book talk, right? People are poor. Let me see if I can find that page. Because they are always saying that I need, right? In the parable of talents, Jesus told about three men. One had been given 1 talent, another had been given 3, and the other 5 talents. So the man with 3 talents doubled his. The man who had 5 talents, right? Jesus commanded them and promised them to make each ruler over 10 cities, if that they increase what he had given them when they returned. So use part of your money as seed, as the book says, and you will become prosperous. The man who had one talent did not multiply it, but he instead buried it in the ground. And so Jesus said that the one talent that you had, right, it will be taken away. So a lot of people just look to come and to get, they never look to give. They bury their money, or some of you all even may have it in savings account, and you don't know anything about investing and multiplication. But it's the law of seed money, right? So these are principles that the rich and wealthy practice, right? And fail to use money as seed money, you will remain or become needy. And this is why I tell you all so much. When you get from me information and knowledge and you don't give, you're going to remain in your process of needing and lacking, right? Now, for the people that do give and have give, this is what I want you all to understand how to now manifest it, right? This is something that's not really taught. And you have John D. Rockefeller, he's one of the richest man that ever lived, right? And he started applying this law. That's a biblical law as well. And he left people behind, right? As during 1933 Great Depression, he was still one of the richest man there was. Andre Carnegie, Henry Ford, J.P. Morgan, et cetera, right? They multiplied their personal wealth because each of them knew how to claim the multiplied return on their gifts. So this is what I want to teach you all, how to claim once you receive the knowledge, right? So this book goes on to say, and I usually tell you all a thousandfold return from Deuteronomy 1:11, but we're going to start with the tenfold return, right? And we're going to gradually let you see results. So if you give 11:11, we're going to teach you how to expect for $111 back, or tenfold return, $110 back, right? At minimum, right? So if you give 50,000, your claim is for an infinite return. It'll be almost $50,000, right? So we want to start at a tenfold return, right? So this is how you claim it. I don't know if I can copy and paste it and leave it in the comments. Let me scroll down to that as you all are looking. Greetings, everyone coming in, and let's wrap this up. But I think this is so important because some people just give out the goodness of their heart and they do not expect a return, but you have a right to a return on your giving. It's only the people that never give that should not expect anything in return, right? So this is the formula. This is something that I really should charge people to learn in private. But this is the formula. When you give, number one, when you plant your seed money, right, give the amount you wish the organization or person that you wish. Some people give $111, so you can expect 1,000 back, right? 1,000 back, right, on that tenfold return. What you give, that's why the Bible says 30, 60, or 100-fold return. It will be measured back unto you, right? Give $11, let's believe for 111 back. So you cultivate your claim, right? This is called fertilizing the soil or in which you gave. So immediately after you make your gift, as soon as you are alone, make your tenfold claim on the infinite in the following manner. So for those, Mr. Easy, for example, that gave 11:11, then you would say, I have received I'm going to say $111, not 110, $111 tenfold, the exact sum given in return with good to all concerned. And you tell the God of this universe, thank you, thank you, thank you. You repeat this formula time and time again. Say it before you fall asleep. Say it during the night if you awaken. Say it several times the first thing in the morning, right? When you wake up in the morning, you can say it 3 times, several times. I have received $111 if you return, or 1,011 if you give 111. The tenfold, the exact sum given in return with all good to all concerned. And say thank you 3 times. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's one of the secrets and the laws of the 369, right? Formula. And being in alignment with the universe. The universal language is numbers. That's how you speak to the universe. That's how you give a claim back, or you receive back from the universe, right? Again, say it before you fall asleep. You awaken during the night, you can say it at night. And when you wake up in the morning, say it in the morning. I have received 111 or 1,011 tenfold the exact sum given in return with all good concern, right? So don't worry about where the money is coming from. That's not up to you. It's up to the universe to manifest that to you. Don't be stressed out about it. I prefer when you give, you don't give out of desperation, but out of sincerity of your heart of giving, right? But I also know that there is a law of giving and receiving. And this is the part that is usually not taught in religious organizations, right? And it's given unto you. No labor required, just favor. But you have to see, that's why the Bible says, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, and the Word was with God, right? And also that the Bible also states that the Word is powerful, right, than a two-edged sword. You have to release words out into the universe. When you release your numbers out, and the universe will respond to you, right? Now just know the universe, the God of this universe, does not operate in our time. So you have to say, I have, not I want or I need. I have. You have to believe it in your mind before it's manifested in the physical. You have to see it in your mind. And so for people that are only takers and not givers, they will always be in the need of scarcity, struggle, and lack. So my prayer and my profession over you is that you don't take all of this investing advice and you don't give to the giver of the knowledge for you, because you're breaking against the law of the universe. And it can be taken away, right, if you break those laws as quickly as you receive your gains in investing. Now, if you're saying, well, Queen, I have several people I follow on YouTube, several mentors, then where should I give to? Wherever your spirit resonates with to give. Who's ever teaching you the holistic formula for prosperity and success, so you'll never be broke another day in your life. So again, do not say I want or I need, say I have. And be thankful and move on with your day. And don't forget about it. When your subconscious mind brings it to you, remember to say, I am thankful that I have $111 tenfold return on what I have given, right? To all that it concerns. And thank you, thank you, thank you. Right? So I'm signing out. Just want to share that with you all. Make sure you also give the free gift, right, of hitting the thumbs up, whether you're watching this live or on the replay. And here's to your health and your wealth, right? Your peace and your prosperity, your credit, your crypto, and your cash flow. Queen out. Double 1111 blessings upon you. And you all have a great night. And I hope that your crypto portfolio investments are doing well, right? Again, Bitcoin is at 40K. That's great news. And expecting it to be at 45,000 at least by the end of the week or by Friday. Thank you so much, Gigi. I really appreciate that and those nice words and compliments. Queen out. Have a great